The one-round NBA playoffs 2020 games and highlights coming up next. Game 5 Toronto Raptors 3-9 Boston Celtics 3-1 Final. Game 4 Houston Rockets 5-8 Utah Jazz 4-7 Final. Game 6 Milwaukee Bucks 4-4 Detroit Pistons 3-6 Final. Game 7 Orlando Magic 6-1 Brooklyn Nets 5-1 Final. Game 5 Utah Jazz 4-1 Houston Rockets 5-3 final. Game 6 Houston Rockets 6-0 Utah Jazz 5-0 final.
The eyes of the NBA focused on this one. It is Game 7 in Round 1 of the Western Conference Playoffs. We're at Toyota Center in downtown Houston. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets taking on the Utah Jazz. And welcome, I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Rockets coming into play. They'll have the home crowd behind them, and they'll need it as they look to advance past this first round. Jay, the Rockets, a known commodity really for the entire season after acquiring Chris Paul. The Jazz, different story. Gordon Hayward leaves, numerous injuries, great rookie in Donovan Mitchell, and this team has evolved from day one.
You have a dynamic trio. You have a coach in Quinn Snyder who is absolutely brilliant at drawing up the right plays. Even think about his path coming from the Austin Turtles from the D-League, really working his way up the ladder to now being successful. Then you think about Donovan Mitchell, a guy that at Louisville was a decent basketball player, was a good basketball player, but nobody expected this kind of blowout year that he's having. Maybe a generational type player, a younger D Wade maybe with a better jump shot, and combine that with Rudy Gobert, a guy who is able to block so many shots at the rim or deter the shot just with his length down low on the block.
Jay, a lot of most valuable player candidates in this league. In terms of most valuable defenders in the NBA, Rudy Gobert is right at the top of the list, even with the injuries that sat him out for much of this past regular season. Utah's got it to Conley. Here comes the screen. Conley matched up with Capella. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Kenneth Faried with the block. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
Second to 3, got it. Houston with the basketball. Bender with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Harden. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Here comes the screen. The jumper's off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Bender swats it, and he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
And he connects on the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Looking to make something happen. Here's a chance from long range. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Clint Capella rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Harden. James Harden. 3 for 4. Good start. Conley into the front court. 10-6 our score. To Gobert. The drive right to the basket. And the rebound taken down by Houston. Westbrook. His first effort off the mark. Count the bucket for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Harden to Westbrook. Lets it fly from long range. Off the iron. No good. Conley into the front court. The score 10-8. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Mitchell with it up top. He'll run the offense. The pass set it all up.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Rudy Gobert snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Jazz have the ball. To Conley. surveys the floor. Conley. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
James Harden looking good. 4 for 5.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Had a good look there, but it's no good.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Flushes it home. One quarter down in this deciding Game 7. Jay and I back with more after this. This is the first round of the West playoffs on EA Sports. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Brogdon Bender sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Ingles guarded by the former Dookie. Here comes the screen. To Davis. And the basket good at the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Austin Rivers to Fareed. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Westbrook. That won't go. James Harden. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. A minute gone by. We've got a 2-point game in this second quarter. Not that time.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Mitchell knocks it down off the step back.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell is that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
Ed Davis to Joe Ingles. Tyson Chandler sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Covington to Westbrook. From long range. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Mitchell with the basketball. Leads a bucket. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. Conley into the front court. Leads 3. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
And scores. Strong take.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Sefolosha, defended by Tyson Chandler. Shot from the lane, won't go. To Westbrook. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
To Conley. Nothing going here on that drive. Conley. And scores.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Joe Ingles to Conley. Fine to shoot. And count the basket inside.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Russell Westbrook, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Conley into the front court. Leads just a point. Down to Gobert. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. His team up by 1. And he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed. When you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble, look at all your options. Number 1, a hezzy. You look at the rim. The defender jumps. You blow by him. Number 2, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number 3, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jazz have the lead, but not by much. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Utah Jazz, the Rockets. are within striking distance at the half.
And even though they're losing, you don't see a lack of confidence from their shooters. That could be the difference for them in the second half.
Have a look at the leading scores for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Field goals.
This is the type of game fans want to see. Lots of great scoring with no signs of slowing down. More fireworks are sure to come after the halftime break.
Player of the half.
Gobert has been incredible around the basket, doing everything necessary to dominate on the boards.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Russ at the controls. Probing the defense. Westbrook to Harden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense. To Conley. Here comes the screen. Conley against the former MVP. Fires the three. Good contest on the three. Conley misses.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession.
Russell Westbrook with the slam.
We call that Beastbrook. But why are you so angry all the time, man?
Jay, he's just taking out his anger on the rim.
I feel that way every time I broadcast with you.
Conley. To Gobert. From the painted area, won't go down.
This team is collectively feeding off their negative energy so far in the second half. Everybody is mad. Everybody is frustrated. Nobody's decided to take the torch and say, hey, look, follow my lead.
Mitchell matched up with Capella. 4-3. The rebound belongs to Houston. Fareed here against Bender. To Harden. Driving right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Conley to Gobert. Can't miss those. Rocking the rim.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Conley. Here comes the screen. Conley. That's no good. Westbrook across the timeline. Up by 3. Stuffs it down with authority.
See, these are the type of opportunities the defense doesn't take advantage of. When that guy went up for that dunk, he cradled the ball to gain momentum. As soon as he brings that ball back to you in the cradle, you have to have active hands, get in there, strip that ball away.
Mike Conley, he's 3 for 7.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Good. Off a spin.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Gordon with it. He'll run the offense. To Westbrook. Beyond the arc for 3. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Mitchell with it up top. His guys trail now by 4. Clint Capella tips it. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
And count the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Utah ball. Conley. Mitchell matched up with Harden. To Conley. Clint Capella able to recover with the block. That's his 3rd block this evening. That misses with a second to go. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. The Rockets with the lead. It's Utah basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Conley. Down low for Gobert. Clint Capella pins it. 4th this contest.
You know why?
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Rockets have the ball. Westbrook. Can't connect. It's no good. Layup goes down. Well done.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Capella. For 3. Well defended. Covington's a tough matchup. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul. The inner beast of Westbrook Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate or not hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
And he finishes at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Utah with the possession. Probing the defense. To Conley. The drive. Right to the basket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Fareed to Westbrook. Going to launch beyond the arc. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Gordon with it. Up by 6. Conley into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Clint Capella. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here comes the screen. To Gobert. Nice pass to set things up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Harden. Scores at the basket. Great body control, Jay. He was a freight train down the lane.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Mitchell against Gordon. To Conley. Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Westbrook with the basketball. Up 6. To Covington. Fires the 3. Robert Covington is long, and it pays off with the 3.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
And finishes strong.
I see this happen so much in the game. Just because a guy beats you off the dribble doesn't mean that you need to quit on the play. Stay in there, continue to be physical, even if you're behind the play.
He engulfed him that time. To Conley. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Shot misses by.
Oh! Out there looking like the Dikembe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Clint Capella, huge block. Make that 7. Eric Gordon with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become...
Shot the buzzer does indeed go down, but it only affects the final score. This ball game is over. It's the Rockets who are victorious. And they're moving on to the second round of the NBA playoffs. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets are one step closer to a championship with today's win. Still, the journey is far from over. They've got to stay focused. They want this journey to end with the Larry O'Brien Trophy in their hands. Check out the leading scores for the Houston Rockets. The Jazz weren't able to advance after that tough loss. I got a sense they didn't expect for their offseason to start just yet. I know what the feeling's like, and it can be tough, but it's all about how you come back from it. Who knows what they'll be like next season? It'll be interesting to see for sure.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Game 7 Utah Jazz 5-0 Houston Rockets 5-3 final.
Player of the game.
Russell Westbrook is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him.
Who was gold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.